We got a bed, not in the house, but like between the glass and the door. My boyfriend thinks he's dead. I think he's just like immobile. Guys, the bed's still there. I'm not gonna be able to focus on him. It's picking up the glass reflection. I didn't want to hurt him, so we just like tore the nets from the bottom to like turn him to the other side so that hopefully he just flies off during the night and we're gonna go to sleep with the doors open and the glass closed. About the bed situation. The next day in the morning, it wasn't at the net anymore, so we thought it had flown out, but by the afternoon we found it in the balcony on the floor, so we decided to pick it up, put it in a box and take it off to some tree outside so that our cat wouldn't mess with it. So I put some gardening gloves on, picked it up, and trying not to hurt it, I put it in a box, and that's the footage we're seeing right now. I just took a lightning fast shower because a couple of friends of mine are picking me up so we can go to the airport to say goodbye to another couple of ours that's gonna go to live abroad. So it's very cool. And after that we're gonna have dinner together. But also today I got my new microphone delivered, which I wasn't expecting for like another week or so. So I'm pretty happy with it and I'm very excited to open it. And we're gonna do that later in the vlog and see if there's any difference. Hey, it's the 31st and yesterday we had a blast and I want to talk about it, but first I want to open my new mic and check it out. Yesterday I went to the airport. We said our goodbyes to my couple of friends. It was very emotional, very cute. The plans for today are we're gonna be celebrating New Year's with our friends at one of my friends' houses. So we're gonna go there in the evening. Before that, we're gonna be cooking because it's sort of a potluck. So each one of us is gonna be taking a different dish. So before that, we're gonna do some cooking. We're gonna do a dessert and some lentils. I don't know if in other countries lentils are a thing, but for us it's sort of a tradition and is one of the dishes that we're gonna have today. About the microphone, a first review. I've already tested it and I'm liking it. I'm editing the vlog now and I know that the clips from when I first opened the mic are kicking like crazy and horrible, but I can't do anything about it now. But I swear I figured it out later and from now on, or at least in the future, we're gonna have better audio. I like the fact that I can be farther away from the camera. One thing that bothered me for the first time is that there's noise when I'm not talking. So that's gonna seem to be a pain to edit. But let's get cooking. Baking. I mean, we're gonna make tiramisu, so there's no baking or cooking involved, at least in my recipe. Because I do the least amount of effort recipe that I don't have to cook the eggs or something like that. Besides our dessert, which was tiramisu, there were two different kinds of flans, the traditional Brazilian pudding and a yogurt one. And besides that, we also had Brazilian barbecue. I've been testing this mic for like an hour and I changed the config so much I'm kind of getting bored of it. It's January 1st, 2025. Happy New Year. It's a beautiful day outside today. My boyfriend has gone out to have lunch with his family, and I'm hoping that when he comes back, we can take a walk in the park, enjoy the beautiful day that we're having. But before that, we got a lot of stuff to do in the apartment. I gotta clean the house, organize it, and also I want to edit this vlog and update my finances spreadsheet and my planner for the year. About yesterday, we went to a farm. My friend has a farm and it's pretty deep in the woods, so there's no signal, no internet, no data, and we just spent some time between friends, good food, music, Christmas lights, and nature. It was pretty good. One thing is that each year there are less of us because more and more of my friends are going to live abroad. So it's a funny thing to experience because we go there most of every new year. So it's funny that less and less of us are able to be present at that date. But also it's a pretty nice to have those memories. But now let's get to organizing. Remember how I said we had a beautiful day and I wanted to take a walk with my boyfriend? Now he's home and this is what the weather's looking like. I do believe that I have finished my finances spreadsheet for the year. I picked up on the last year one and changed a few things, and it's not the most aesthetic thing you can think of, but it works for me, and there are some important things that I can mention or try to mention at least. But first of all, we got a few tabs, different sheets, and I use Google Sheets. So since we're in January, we're having a month template, and this month has the basic repeating expenses that I have every month and sort of the days that they usually occur in and their names, their values, which account we're drawing from. And of course, I'm not using actual values and actual accounts because I'm not going to show you my actual expenses, but we're separating it by category and subcategory and nature. And I also have a status for when I schedule payments. And this is important because if we go over here to the accounts overview, we can check that we have sort of a yearly overview, and we can select which account we want to show at the time, so we can switch between accounts, and it will show you. If it is in the past, it will show you your expenses during the month, your earnings during the month, your total balance, and it'll also show you a forecast for how much money you have in that account at the end of the month. And if the month is in the future, it will show you a forecast on the whole year based on the values that you set in the month template that are what you usually spend on. We have a few hidden cells in here that get the balance from last year, from last month, and the average expenses in this account, which are some from the month template. And as you go updating the months and creating new sheets for each month and adding new expenses in here, it will update the overview with the current expenses. And for that, we use a ranges sheet, and we just distribute all the different ranges that we need for those other sheets in here and pick it up from here. So the only thing that you need to do at the beginning of the year is fill up the balances that you had in each account at the end of last year and create your month sheets as you go, and you're set. You have your, as I said, it's not pretty, and it's not supposed to be pretty. It's just supposed to be efficient and have everything that I need at least. And I'm not the master of sheets or Excel or formulas and stuff. I just really, really like data, and I really like having this sort of tracking. So that's why every year I do a new spreadsheet, and I do sort of change things every now and then. I mean, I changed a lot of things from last year to this year because I do learn what exactly I really need and what is not being useful, and we just drop that out for the next year. So we improve on the spreadsheet every year by continuing to do it. So it might not be useful for your purposes, but I am gonna leave a link for the template in the description so that you can look at it if you'd like, and you can also make a copy of it and change whatever you want, whatever you need, or maybe just take inspiration if you want to. Something else that I didn't mention is that it took me 3 days to finish the spreadsheet. So now it's actually January the 4th, because on the 2nd I went back to my day job. On the 2nd I went back to my job, so I didn't have the time to work full time on the spreadsheets and some other things that I wanted to do. But now I finished it. Today was a good Saturday. I worked on that. Took a walk in the park with my boyfriend and our dog. I'll try to film it next time. And tonight we're going out with some friends for some sushi. So now I'm gonna edit this and play some Sims while I walk on the treadmill. Then I'm gonna get ready to go out. It's Sunday, January 6th. Yesterday at Sushi was nice. Me and my friends, we ordered the sequence, which means that there are different dishes being brought to you at the table. There are some hot rolls, ceviche. How do you guys call ceviche on your country? There was regular sushi. There were some fish ball cakes. I don't know what they're called also. I forgot all of the names of different types of sushi, but I'm going to overlay the images for each dish as I'm talking. And my boyfriend, he ordered some different dishes. He ordered, I think it's tuna tacos, some smoked sushi, and a thing that was like some beef rolls with a sauce of some type. But everything was really good. We had fun, we chatted, and one of my friends that was there is someone who lives abroad. She was spending some time here in Brazil, but she's going back to Europe, to the country she lives in during the week. So this was sort of a goodbye dinner, and it was really nice. And I wanted to talk a bit more about the mic because I've been testing it for the whole week. One other thing that I don't like is I use the Canon Rebel T6i to record, and the only way I can configure the mic is when the camera is set to manual for the shutter and aperture, and that makes it really hard to get the lighting good in the video while the microphone is picking up okay with the right configs and all. So that bothers me a bit, and as far as I researched, there's no way to fix that. So if you're watching this and you have any tips, I appreciate. But this is gonna be it for the vlog. I'm planning to post mainly on Sundays, and this one is shorter than the last one, but I'm planning to sort of try to leave the content at 20 minutes or so. And yeah, so for this week, this is it.